So we're standing, but we're not yet running the way America should. And we have a lot of work to do to build on the progress of the past 7 years.
Another trap of every political silly season is the old question of whom you can believe. For on one hand, we have those pointing to Hillary Clinton losing some of her counted upon big money donors, likely an outcropping of both her own interesting past and the reemergence of husband Bill. But then comes word of fat cat donor dinners coming up in California, a pair of interesting endorsements, and a call for calm from her lemmings that all is well, and anything to the contrary is partisan piffle. So let's dig in and seek out some reality. Welcome back to veteran political analyst and commentator, co-author of the book Power Grab, Obama's Dangerous Plan for a One-Party Nation. Dick Morris is with us here in studio. All right, Dick, let's make some sense of this all. In the Los Angeles Times, they talk about Ron Burkle, a gentleman who once raised $10 million for the Clintons and now wants absolutely nothing to do with them. Then, again, we hear that Hillary's in California right now. She's heading to L.A. and Silicon Valley, big plate dinners, and she's raising millions, and everybody says, don't worry about it. She's got plenty of money. All right, where's the truth?
One, she's raising plenty of money. Two, she's spending more than she's raising. So three, she will face financial problems down the road. And four, with all the free media coverage of her, who cares? The important thing is how she does in debates and how she does on the platform. And she's been clobbered in the last debate. Coming up next week is the first debate in prime time. It's a Sunday night debate, not right before Christmas, not right before New Year. And a lot of people will be watching, and she could be badly hurt.
Is it as simple to say that Bernie Sanders is the guy pushing her to spend more money than she thought she'd have to?
Yeah, sure. And also her own response. She just believes in money in politics and likes to spend it.
Then where does she need to put
a
that
lot
money?
of that spending is overhead.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let's dig on that then. Overhead. You're talking about people. You're
Staff
talking about.
and
You're not talking about necessarily getting out there and getting the commercials out there, getting the marketing out there.
Right.
So in other words, she's just building this monstrous machine that's sitting there and making sure that people get their money and get more than they deserve.
That's right. Let's remember how unimportant money has been so far in this campaign. Donald Trump has spent about $250,000 until this week on TV ads. He's in first place. Till this week, Cruz spent $1 million. He's in second place. Rubio, until this week, spent $15 million. He's in third place. And Bush, until this week, spent almost $100 million, and he's in last place.
But isn't part of that because Trump will make a phone call to every single network every single day? Everybody gives him free airtime. He has his rallies. He says things that people want to hear. He drives up ratings. So isn't that the bigger reason why he doesn't have to spend the money? Because in essence, we're doing the job for him.
Yeah, but in any presidential race, any presidential candidate can get that kind of coverage. The others just don't have much to say.
Let's talk then about someone who does have something to say. Bill Clinton, out on the campaign trail. And I found this interesting, too. In Newsday, it says, yes, Bill Clinton still has that campaign magic. But then it backs up, says, does he have it? How much of it can he transfer to his wife? The answer's yes, he has it, and not much. Would you agree with that?
Well, I'm sure that if Bill Cosby had a show still on TV, that he could pull it off, that he would be a wonderful character, that he could come across as avuncular and fatherly, but in the back of everyone's mind, they'd be thinking about the rape charges. Similarly, Bill Clinton on the campaign trail does just fine. He's a born politician. But the world has changed. It's a lot less forgiving of rape and sexual misconduct and sexual harassment, and a lot less kind to a woman who lets it continue and indeed profits from it politically.
But will it hurt him on the Democratic side? Will it hurt her on the Democratic side?
Yes, because the world is much less forgiving of that now. And it's much more her scandal at this point because she enabled it. And and the harassment of women that went on as a result of her direction. And every time Bill Clinton shows up, he brings those issues with him.
I got about a minute left. Let me focus then on what happened today. As expected, President Obama vetoed the Obamacare bill, which he said he would now. The Congress does not have enough votes to veto it. All right. What's next with regard to Obamacare?
Falls apart on its own. There's a real race between time and a Republican repealer. Will Obamacare be dead by the time a Republican takes the oath of office? Do you think it will be? I think it will be. I think that when the United Healthcare is pulling out and Cisco is contemplating pulling out because it just doesn't work, it's in a death spiral where younger and healthier people don't sign up, sicker and older people do, premiums rise, deductibles rise, and more don't sign up, and it continues a cycle. And that spiral, that death spiral, is going on.
10 seconds. Obamacare, gun control. What is President Obama's next legacy move? What's he attack next?
Well, he should be attacking terror, but
he won't, but
his
yes.
answer on terror is a very simple one. There's a major increase in terror in the United States. Let's take away everybody's guns.
So that basically, he's going to sit on that for a little while, and that's going to be his terror, which doesn't sit well with a lot of people, including yours truly. Don't forget, the book again is Power Grab, Obama's Dangerous Plan for a One-Party Nation as we head towards the election. It is the book you need to get and learn. Power Grab, 411.com. Get it right now. Dick Morris, thanks so much for joining us. The Civil War in one of the political parties. Next on The Hardline.